Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guest is Rachelle, Executive Director of the Delmar Loop. And thanks again for being here.
My pleasure.
We talked about in the first segment, Get Looped, this new First Fridays concept, which is pretty cool. And I think I kind of cut off right when we were in the middle of some of the photos, so maybe we can pick that back up. But the idea is really just for people to head out on Friday nights, the first Friday nights, and just kind of spend the evening there.
Yes. And in a wonderful walkable setting where there's so much to do. I mean, we talked about how you can start at 5 or 6 o'clock and you don't have to stop until 2:45 a.m. You
can be there the whole evening. I know I did want to ask you about this one photo that's going to come up because it's of some artwork, and that's another thing with the Loop that people can go and they can purchase artwork. So where is this location?
That's a Compagnie gallery, and it's she just has a wonderful collection of art. A lot of it is regional. That piece in the center, the tall vase, is actually Jim McKelvey's from Third Degree Glass, of one place that we know him.
Yes, right.
And he actually has, his art will be on exhibit that evening, this Friday evening. So that's, famous St. Louisan, and that's more of her artwork. It's just, you can see the eclectic mix of artwork, and that's Cocktails. It's a Cocktails, a beauty bar. It's in the 6100 block of Delmar, right across from the pageant, and she has an amazing collection of clothing. I think you're going to see the tail end of the summer wear, and then she's introducing her fall clothing there. And she also has a nail salon and some other services that she provides too. Great. So it's great. And then that's Artisans in the Loop, and that's right next to Compagnie, and that Artisans in the Loop Brothers, when she's the owner. I forgot. Artisans in the Loop represents many different artists. So it's also a really great opportunity to see regional artists all in one place.
Oh, great, great.
And right down the street is Craft Alliance, and Craft Alliance has an exhibit right now too, which is it's their 10th anniversary artist in residence.
Oh, good, good.
So this will be an opportunity to check that if you missed the opening.
Right, so you can make it down to the sort of west side, west end of the Loop. So you mentioned a few new businesses, but it sounds like there's a lot of new things popping up. So maybe give us some just kind of a sneak peek into what's opening or has opened recently.
Sure, yeah. So this Saturday, Crab King's is going to be opening. It's a seafood restaurant, and there's been so much buzz about it. It's just, we're really excited, and they have people that have come in from Kansas City and set up a team here, and they're getting ready to open on Saturday. It's going to be a big opening. And then Yoga Source just opened a location in the Delmar Loop in the 6100 block, and that's a very well-known yoga studio in St. Louis. And we have Masala Restaurant is opening.
And what's the cuisine?
That's
for Masala?
Indian and Pakistani.
Okay.
So it's great. And so that's
a lot of new businesses, and people again already head to the Loop to check out the different restaurants, but some good ones to add. We must mention here that this is your fourth week.
My fourth week.
Oh my goodness, you're doing a great job representing the Loop. Tell me a bit about just your background in terms of getting, being affiliated with the Loop, and then now your position as executive director.
So my affiliation with the Loop started like around my birth. So my father was the first executive director of Skinker de Bolivar, and my mother still lives in the house that they bought in 1967. So I grew up in the neighborhood, and I've stayed very connected to a lot of the people there. A lot of my friends are very involved in the community. So I feel in a lot of ways I've just gone home. And it's a comfortable place for me. I say that, kind of stress it, because I want to look at it with new eyes.
Right.
That's one of my goals. I actually started going to every restaurant like I've never been there before.
Really?
And it's a lot of fun. I have to really watch what I eat. You can eat your way through the Loop and get yourself in a lot of trouble. But it's just amazing. There are going to be over 70 restaurants. So, in so many different cuisines and ethnic groups represented here. It's just really, it's like going around the world in a few blocks.
What do you think? I mean, I know that the Loop, and we've had Joe Edwards on before talking about it being one of the great streets in America. And I mean, as you mentioned, decade after decade after decade, just people continue to come. What do you think ultimately? Is it because it's a mix of eclectic with a little bit of what do you think people really love about it?
I really think that it's a place for everyone. Everyone can find something to do. Young, old, everything. Whatever. And I could go on and on, but we don't have time, right? But you know, and I think people feel comfortable there. I think it's a welcoming environment.
Yes,
The
yeah.
shop owners are welcoming, all the businesses are welcoming, and again, there's just something that you can find just on almost any block that you'll like.
No, I think that's
you know?
a great. I
mean, if it's not the pageant, it could be going shopping at United Provisions, or you know, going down to Blueberry Hill, or going to karaoke, as I mentioned before. Just there's such a vast diversity of offerings.
No, and I think that's a great way to put it. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
here.
you.
All right, well, we've got the information there for you on the screen. It's Get Looped. It's the first Fridays of the month this fall, starting this Friday, September 7th, and you can check it out next month on October 5th or November 2nd. For more details on all the participating businesses and the special features and discounts, go to visittheloop.com. All right, well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.